fascinating video. Antifa came after Turning Point USA's Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens because they were white and black while eating breakfast. Watch this. They got violent.
White supremacy! White supremacy! White supremacy! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
So also, Charlie had water thrown on him, which I guess it could be considered battery or assault. I'm going to ask a lawyer friend of mine because I know spitting on someone's considered assault. So what is dumping water on someone? And that was captured on video as well. They were really violent, getting in their faces and throwing stuff at them before the mostly black and Hispanic police force came in to divide and separate Charlie and Candace, who were simply trying to eat breakfast, from the flabby white trust fund socialist fascistic Antifa members who were freaking out. I mean, does it really get any better than watching some entitled white chick with pink manic panic in her hair screaming to end white supremacy through the bullhorn into the face of a black woman? What kind of crazy pills are these people taking? I mean, let's look. It's white people who are mad at a black woman and who are mad at a black and Hispanic police force, and they're screaming white supremacy. I mean, if anything, these people prove that there is no supremacy, particularly for them. I mean, this looks like a scene out of the 1960s, and they kept screaming white supremacy. So what are these entitled, I mean, for real, seriously, yellow? What point are they trying to make? What is that? They kept screaming about white supremacy. What white supremacy? White supremacy is not another way to say I don't like someone's opinion, but that's how it's been used so often by the left. If they don't like your opinion, you're racist. That's not what that means. It's not a synonym. White supremacy is not a synonym for I disagree with your opinion. And by the way, what are a bunch of skinny white people doing screaming at a black woman with a bullhorn anyway? Here's another question. Where's Jim Acosta's preening, tear-soaked poetry about this dangerous moment? Right? I mean, because, you know, there was video that actually came about showing him taking selfies with people in MAGA hats and generally talking to everyone, and everybody was pretty friendly. One person gave him the bird, and a couple of others said CNN sucks, and he just goes apoplectic. CNN's April Ryan said that at that rally, Acosta's life was in jeopardy. I'm not even making this up. Watch it.
That podium is no place to play. You don't play with words. You don't play with moments. Everything comes to the White House from War to Peace and everything in between. That's a serious moment in a serious place. And Jim Acosta's life, in my opinion, was in jeopardy that night. There was a safety issue.
Wow, it's so weird that his life was in such danger, but yet he had time to pose for selfies with supporters. Look at him, he's so in danger. Look at these people that are taking pictures and smiling, and oh my gosh, one has a Women for Trump saying, look, he gives Jim Acosta a hat and takes a picture of it. Oh my gosh, so dangerous. Look, his life is look, he's taking a picture with this guy. Wow, his life is so threatened. He's in such danger, April Ryan. Wow, you have such a discerning eye. Who, these people, what are they pretending that they're dangerously unhinged for? What, because later one yelled something at him from behind a security barrier? There was no security barrier for Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens. There was no security barrier at all. There was no security barrier really keeping, they didn't have it. If Jim Acosta had an actual barrier. No, with Kirk and Owens, it was just unhinged people intruding and getting in their faces, as we've seen. They took Maxine Waters' commands to heart. They listened to her marching orders. See, it only takes one of those unhinged people to decide to get violent for things to take a nasty turn. Right? I'm sure that we're going to hear Brian Stelter talk about what we just witnessed in the Kirk and Owens video. I'm sure we're going to hear Acosta talk about the Kirk and Owens video. I'm sure April Ryan's going to come out and say, oh, wow, their lives were, in danger. No, they're not, because they're conservative. So conservative lives matter, by the way. Just so you know, conservative lives do matter. Everyone's lives matter. And this is just absolutely ridiculous. This is 2018, and people are getting screamed at for being black and white and having breakfast by a bunch of white trust fund socialist fascists. And that's, I mean, really, that is a tenet of fascism. The suppression of speech through violent means because it's not glorifying the thing in which you believe. Yeah, I mean, you're using brown shirt tactics. That's exactly what that is. So let's remember that the next time someone goes out and says, oh, you were mean to the press by disagreeing with them, or you were mean to a member of the press because you fact-checked their article, which is so dangerous to do. Remember that. Remember what you saw in that video and all of the other videos, all of the other excerpts that exist out there of people on the left who are violent towards people on the right, who somehow believe that throwing a fist is an acceptable substitute for dissent, or dumping water on someone while they're having breakfast somehow is a great substitute for an intellectual disagreement.